Morning, guys. Appreciate everybody being here. It's good to get back out today. Yesterday, having a shortened week, that was our normal game week Monday, so the guys had off. We were able to get them in for treatments and taking care of their bodies physically, which is going to be a big focus here this week. Making sure that we bounce back, physically as well as mentally. For the job that's ahead. And our focus is solely on us, just like it was last week, continuing to make sure that we improve in the areas of fundamentals, our assignments, the steps it takes to be able to respond and play smart football. Going back and watching the film there late Sunday night or Monday morning, it was a lot of self-inflicted things that cost us in critical moments. And you could take every phase, you could take probably anywhere between 15 and 20 plays that and it would have went different, would have changed the outcome of the game. And that's where we just have to get better. And we're still a youthful team, but we're also a team that has to improve. They have to continue to grow. They have to get better. And that's the challenge. But it was evident even on film, the physicality, the toughness, the response that we showed throughout. Something I'm proud of, and we just got to continue to show that response every day in practice, every meeting that we have, so that we can achieve at the level that this team is capable.
From a health standpoint, did you come out pretty unscathed?
For the most part, we had a couple guys that were a little banged up, going into it, and that was something we were working through. So, we're going to continue to build upon that, and our sports medicine staff's doing a great job in how they're taking care of these guys. Just the performance speeds, the recoveries that we're seeing with guys, here throughout fall camp and even in game one, it was something that was impressive. So we're going to continue to treat these guys, and the guys that got bumps and bruises, we got to get them healed up for Saturday.
Were there any surprises at all? Any surprises at all in guys that either played above a level that you might have expected, or guys that you didn't expect?
I mean, there were. I think every position you had those moments at times. We have to improve on our consistency, but I thought guys that had a really good camp. I thought Kalen DeLoach, who's had a really good camp, showed up and played pretty dang good. I think guys that have been working hard and putting themselves in a position to go out there and make plays. They were in the right spot. We got to continue to trust the fundamentals to finish the play, and those are things that have to improve. I was disappointed, with some of the mishaps. Some of the early down penalties that were focused penalties. We had a couple of snaps that just in critical situations that hurt us. You can go through. All phases of it, but those are things that we got to get corrected. We got to continue to communicate. Efficiently there defensively throughout the game. But I thought there was a good mix of both, positive and negative. We gotta get it cleaned up.
Talk after the game, the impact those new additions on the defense kind of made in the game. But what do you see? How promising is it when you saw from those younger guys, like you mentioned, Kalen, Quayshawn Fuller?
Yeah, no, that was big. It was when those guys come in and get an opportunity to show their development, their growth. A guy like DJ Lundy did some really good things as well. That guys that have been here continuing to work to put themselves in a position for success, and and I think that's where you see the competition level and how these guys are working in practice, how it's helping to elevate the core of the group, and that's what we need. We have some positions that are a little bit thinner than others, but as the depth grows in their performance, that's going to be a helpful football team.
When you are so analytics driven and you get in a situation like fourth down, are you always committed to analytics, or does emotion and game situation factor?
Well, all analytics are dependent on game situations, so that goes hand in hand. But as you go through the flow of a game, as you go through the humanistic part of it, that plays a factor. I coach games to win games. I don't. That's what we want to do. We're gonna be smart. There's things that as we go into it, I'm gonna have a feel for how I want to attack, what we want to do. And I reevaluate every decision that's made throughout the course of the game to make sure that I'm putting our guys in the best position to win. But I got a lot of faith in how our guys are going to play and how we're going to execute. And, there was a situation we gave up. We were in a very short field there defensively because of one of those decisions. But going back, I mean, we were in a go situation, and we're trying to continue a drive and a possession. But at the end of the day, I've got the utmost faith in our defense. If it doesn't work out, that they're going to be able to get the stop, and that's where we just have to continue to play that complementary football. And our guys understand that, and they know how we're going to coach and the way we're going to try to attack. Yeah, I mean, something that we need to be able to do. We have to be diverse in our run attack, run schemes. I thought we had 3 different backs that ran the ball really well. I think, like you said, I mean, we were able to kind of hit in every place on the O line. For tight ends, receivers, those guys did a nice job blocking. I know on Jay Sean's long touchdown, you look at the effort on the play. You got a guy, Malik McLean, 30 yards down the field, cutting off a safety that's in transition. Well, that's what helps spring those big plays. And I'm pleased in the mentality that our guys are bringing, but we gotta continue to clean up the details.
Coach.
Yeah, those are guys I'm really excited about, and then just their development. Darion, he was a guy that I thought had one of the better fall camps. Dealing with a little bit of a nagging injury that just kind of slowed him the last week or week and a half, but he just continues to fight, and I really like what I'm saying with him. Malik, I mean, this guy's the limit. Just a guy that comes every single day, continues to push. Is working to elevate his game, and just that consistency. Play in and play out, but definitely. You saw that the moment was not too big for him in what he was doing in the run game, and then also, when he got that chance to have the ball in his hands.
Do you like the physicality on defense?
I did. I thought that was something that's what we need to play with, that edge. We need to play with that effort. It's got to carry over and make sure that it is a passionate focus. So we're still executing the jobs that we have, but I thought our defense played with a mentality, and we knew that. I mean, you look traditionally, that's an offense that runs the ball really well. But I thought our guys took a real purpose to make sure that we were stopping the run, and that was something that showed up well. We got to clean up some things in those one-on-one opportunities there in the passing game, but I think our guys are definitely heading in the right direction.
Coach.
Trayshawn Ward really seemed to get better as the game went along. How would you assess his performance? It was probably his first game playing pretty significant.
Trayshawn is a guy that I think has a huge upside. He's played good football here before. He's been limited opportunities, but he's had a great spring, great fall camp. He's going to be a go-to guy for us. But him, Jay Sean, LT, those guys are. I thought they all ran the ball really well, and but I like what I'm seeing from Trayshawn.
Going back to the fourth down. I know you went kind of in similar situations. You had a couple where you went last year. Is that something where it can also be dictated by maybe is it trying to get the defense more rest, or is it knowing the optics of a punt in that situation? There's
a lot of factors that go into that, but there's going to be sometimes it's going to be a 50-50 call, and the one Sunday was not. It was. I felt confident in the decision and where we were, what we needed, but there will be times where it's 50-50 calls, and that's where some of those decisions I'm gonna lean to more to what we need, whether it's if it's defense been on the field, we got to extend the possession. What are we facing? What are we about to see? Is this a team that's really good in those situations, or a team that we feel like we have some advantages at times? I like the fourth down call. We didn't execute it the way that we need to at the moment, but at the end of the day, those are calls that we have to be able to make, and we got to be willing to make them as coaches, as players, and have the confidence to go out there and execute. And, throughout my career, it's helped put us in position to succeed in a lot of games, and that's what we're planning to do. That's what our plan is to do here.
When you look back at the film, how did the two quarterbacks grade out, and what were the differences maybe in Jordan's touchdown drives? You had 4 of them compared to the ones where they didn't go so well.
I think when you look at you're starting off with Jordan. I mean, there was started the game, we didn't, and this not necessarily him, but there were some things that got on us really quick. And for him, that first drive, we had to make a couple missed opportunities. But I thought Jordan, even on the sideline, he was maintaining poise, maintaining composure. The thing that we saw later in the game is that on the 60-yard touchdown to Jay Sean, I mean, it was ideal. I mean, he made the call, made the check. Was able to throw in rhythm on time with a big time play in the game. You see Jordan, his feet and his ability to evade, to extend plays. I mean, the touchdown to Parchment late was. I'd like to say that's how it was drawn up, but it wasn't. I mean, that was a guy that was out there that was able to make something happen. I think you look at a couple of the turnovers that happened. One was being the fourth down. That one I don't really necessarily put on him in that situation. There was one of the three picks that we got to that he knew immediately that he wanted to have back. You got to give credit. 14 had one of the best plays I've seen on the last interception. I mean, he was a field safety. We had a guy that was breaking open, and Jordan saw it, and that was one of the things we're going to continue to teach on. But I thought Jordan, he's really coming and developing as a quarterback, and just being able to, the negative times where maybe he wasn't as accurate as he wanted to be, it still went back to some of the fundamental things that he's really worked on, and he's excited to get out here and continue to improve, just like everybody. McKenzie. I thought did a wonderful job being prepared, being ready. It's something we talked about after the game. When you're not starting and you have to come off the bench or be prepared for every opportunity, staying engaged. And that's one of the things I loved is that every time Jordan was coming off the field, he had McKenzie in his ear. Talking about what he sees, talking about the things that they can do to help each other. Fast forward to the fourth quarter, you saw the same thing. Right, and that's where the relationship in that room. I mean, it's awesome. And obviously Jordan had to come out of the game, had a couple issues that he was working through, and it was something that his encouragement and McKenzie being ready to operate in that moment was pretty remarkable.
Last one.
Sunday being so just an emotional game for your team. You saw them hit the practice field this week. Is there a noticeable difference in the way they just kind of got out and approached the work that the practice called for?
That is the daily challenge, and that's what we started this morning with yesterday being off. We started with the team meeting, and we talked about that. It's how you respond. What are the I don't ever want to have a team that fears failure. And I thought our guys, they went out there and they gave everything they had. I thought the effort, the mentality of how they played was really good. I don't know if I know we didn't play our best game. Right? A lot of mistakes that hurt us against a good football team that we got to get cleaned up. Well, if we're committed to doing that, that's got to show up today. And the application of the lessons that were learned are what's going to help build this team for what the future is going to be. And so, I'm excited. I'm confident in this team, but we got to put in the work to make sure we're getting it done day in and day out.
Okay.
Thank you guys.